Hi guys, this is Lynn with Trade My Trades, and I want to share with you again today how I use the risk cash indicator to make money in the stock market. Last week we talked a little bit about Cisco, and I want to follow up on that conversation, and I'll pull up a weekly bar chart here of Cisco. And if you recall last week, it took an 11% drop based on its earnings report, and stating that they were kind of retooling some of their systems and services to meet this new environment that we have here with COVID-19, the pandemic, and business going forward, particularly telework and those sorts of things. So last week, if you recall, it closed at 42.50. And this week, if I look at the bar chart that represents this week, and you can see it's a little bit much smaller than it was compared to last week. But it closed again at 42.25 this week, so that's pretty close to 42.50 of last week. And in fact, when I punched the numbers into the risk cash indicator, it did not warrant any move whatsoever this week. So essentially, we're sitting on our hands regarding Cisco. There was not enough price movement for it to warrant a trade, either to sell off some shares and put some of that into the cash pool, or to dip into the cash pool and buy shares. So that's the great thing about the indicator, though, is that when we don't have the price movement, it tells us just to sit still and be patient and wait. And right now, we're continuing to stay at 85% in terms of our risk. And what that means, if you have an amount of money that you wanted to allocate to Cisco, whatever that amount is, you would only have 85% in Cisco right now, and you would have 15% in the cash pool in the event that the price continued to fall. You would have that cash on the side to buy more, and the risk cash indicator would tell you where what that risk level should be. So one thing I might mention about bar charts, I think, or charting in general, I think I mentioned before, I can't recall. Guys, I do not use bar charts to determine how I trade, or to as an indicator for trading, or any of that sort of thing. And bar charts for me in this particular case, you can see for the week, it offers me information, data, where I can look at what the opening price was, the high trading price, the lowest trading price, and the closing price for the week. I do look at weekly charts for that information because I trade my stocks and ETFs within my IRA on a weekly basis. When it comes to the thrift savings account, I trade that every 2 weeks, so along with the pay period. So just keep in mind, there's in my mind no sense in using a bar chart, listening to gurus, trying to time the market. The risk cash indicators will tell us exactly where we want to be at any given price. And so, for instance, if the price went up next week, we would take some off the table, and our risk level would be lower, right? So that's the great thing about this risk cash indicator, is that it tells us how much we should have against the individual stock. Also, for instance, if the price went back up next week and it came back down the following week in 42.50, 42.25 range, guess what? It's going to tell us again that we should have 85% at risk. It's a repetitive tool in the sense that it does the same thing over and over for us. There's no guessing. It just suggests to us that in terms of Cisco right now today, we probably don't want more than 85% at risk in terms of this particular stock. So if you go to the website, I think I posted this earlier today, Cisco Systems August 21st closing. Again, it was at 85% risk, 15% cash. Last week, again, the 14th, where I posted 85% risk and 15% cash. Guys, I'm going to keep following up with you on Cisco until it makes a move and we have an opportunity to take some off the table and put some in our cash pool, so you can see how that adjusts. It's kind of fun. We do the same thing with our TSP. We do the same thing with any stock, any ETF, any mutual fund, regardless of a 401k, 403b, IRA. It makes no difference. If you're interested in this, get on the website, use the contact me button, and I'll be happy to work with you individually to help you develop a risk cash indicator specific to an individual stock or your TSP fund or any fund within your 401k or IRA or 403b if you're a school teacher or educator. So guys, that's how we make money in the market with a risk cash indicator. This time though, we're sitting on our hands. We're just going to be patient and let the price movement tell us what we're going to do next. And we're not going to try to predict anything. We're not going to try to time anything. We're just going to enjoy the dividends that CSCO is paying right now, right? While we sit on our hands and we're patient. Guys, if this is helpful to you, click the like button. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. This is fun for me. I think it's fun for many people that are using the risk cash indicator. And we'll do more of these, and we can pick some additional stocks and have some fun with this. By the way, it's always fun to make money in the market.